All right, so Nathan Gorman versus Daniel Dubois is happening July 13th at the O2 Arena. It's between two young heavyweight prospects. Both of them are undefeated. Both of them have a lot of potential. Both of them have a chance of really getting in that top 5 ranking when it comes to the heavyweight division and being real legitimate contenders. Obviously, more people know about Daniel Dubois than they know about Nathan Gorman. But when it comes to the overseas side of the game, Nathan Gorman is a popular fighter. So I posted an article talking about their upcoming fight and how it's basically stating that Nathan Gorman is the fan favorite and everyone is going to be looking for him to shock the world, right? Well, my take on that is Nathan Gorman may be the fan favorite, but Daniel Dubois, he is the company favorite. He is the promotion favorite. He is the guy that basically his promotional company, the TV companies, they're looking at him to be the next big thing. So there's a big difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? You can have the fans behind you, or you can have the machine behind you. Obviously, when you get the W and you have the fans behind you, in my opinion, your future is a lot more brighter. In my opinion, your marketability value goes much higher because you already have that established fan base. You're just waiting for somebody that's controlling the machine, the powers that be, to give you that opportunity, and then it's off for the races. Where someone like Daniel Dubois, he's kind of like an Anthony Joshua, where from day one the machine saw him and they were like, okay, this is going to be our next big star. His build, the way he talks, the way he looks, this and that, we can really make him into something if we choose the right path for him. What's very interesting though, because this is a Frank Warren card, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, please comment below and tell me I'm wrong. But is that a lot of people were surprised that this fight was made at the time of their careers. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is everyone felt like it's a little bit too early to be matching them two up against each other. Not because of skill set, but just because they feel like they both have so much potential. Why derail one of their why derail the momentum both of them already have so early in their career? Let them keep getting W's, let them both get bigger names, and then later down the line, when a little bit more people know them when it comes to the States as well, and they're kind of like household names in the heavyweight division, or at least in that top upper echelons, then have them fight. But you know what I'm saying, Frank Warren's like, nah man, you know what I'm saying, we want to find out who we can put all our money to in now. Now he didn't say that. That's what I believe it is. I think they're kind of at a point right now where it's like, I don't believe it's anyone trying not to make the AJ mistake, because I don't think the AJ, like what they did with AJ was a mistake. I still think AJ is a top heavyweight, regardless of what people are saying and how people are coming out of the clockwork saying, I never thought AJ was that good anyways, and blah blah blah. Like, shut up. AJ is a top tier heavyweight. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what L. If you want to compare AJ's resume to any of the other top heavyweights, his resume is the best. So if you're fighting the level of competition that he's fighting, regardless if you want to say they're past their prime or this and that, his resume speaks for itself. But if you kind of want to compare the two situations, there's a possibility Frank Warren might be like, I want to find out if this guy is legitimate early rather than finding out later when it comes to Daniel Dubois, because I feel like that's where the money is. And fighting a guy like Nathan Gorman, who's not only a fan favorite, but he's just as good at talent-wise, and he has just as much potential as Daniel Dubois. He just doesn't have the machine behind him. This is a good way for Frank Warren to find out, and it's a win-win situation for Frank Warren, because if Daniel Dubois does lose, does lose, he can just obviously not just cut the fighter, but he can kind of cut his losses and stop putting so much money into him, and then transfer that over to Gorman. Because like I said, if you come into a fight already with the fans behind you and you get a W, that kind of that makes it an easier job for the machine, because you don't have to worry about kind of creating a narrative in the mainstream media for more fans to either appeal to a fighter or to want to see that fighter. If you already have that fan base and you already have people coming to see you, you already have people like you, you can kind of be yourself, and all the machine really has to do is just put together the fights necessary to get them to that top spot, to get them to the belt. So and what I'm gonna ask you guys, Black Goose TV family, is who do you guys think is going to win between Gorman and Dubois? Du Bois. I don't know why I keep calling him Dubai. My bad. Daniel Du Bois. Who you guys gonna think will win between the two, Gorman or Du Bois? Obviously, they're both very talented. They both have a lot of potential. They're very young. I'm excited for this fight. I think it's gonna be a very good fight. It's a very it's an under promoted fight. It's not talked about much just because you know what I'm saying it's low keys. It's not really on the radar when it comes to the states. It's more of like more people in the overseas are talking about it. But either way, I'm excited for it. Let me know what y'all think. Who y'all think is gonna win, Gorman or Du Bois? And then let me know also, are you excited for this fight? You think it's gonna be a good fight? Black Boots TV all day. You heard me?